This is the Jordan Mailata Show with Spike Eskin and Eliot Shorr-Parks on your exclusive home for Eagles football, Sportsradio 94 WIP.
It is the Jordan Mailata Show at Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Eagles fans, celebrate responsibly. I'm Spike Eskin, along with Eliot Shorr-Parks, and the guy whose name is on the show, Jordan Mailata. How you feeling, big guy?
First road trip of the year.
Oh, man.
You all right?
What a game.
Yeah?
What a game. It was a grinder.
Yeah.
I mean, real physical game. Ugly.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Felt ugly watching it. Can you feel that when you're in the game?
I feel ugly.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about that game.
Well, when you're in a game that it's obviously a very different perspective, us watching it, you playing it, but you can feel in a game if it's one of those games, one of those ugly games. It feels that way when you're in it.
Yeah, you just I can't explain it. You can just see it from the get-go, like the intensity that both sides of the ball were playing at.
It was
Especially
loud
us.
in there, too.
It was so loud.
Yeah.
Like you were there.
Like off the jump.
Like
yeah.
from the get-go.
Well, and I'm behind the press box glass, so like it was loud to me.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
It is loud.
that stadium. It goes like right up. Like it's not. They're
it
really on
doesn't
top
go,
of you.
It doesn't go out.
Yeah,
it goes
exactly.
up.
Yeah.
And all the noise just for it not being a dome, it's pretty impressive how loud it gets.
The Superior Stadium, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a stadium builder, so just from the get-go, the atmosphere was crazy, super loud. You know, we had to stand like this close to get
Just to
the
hear each other.
communication, and we knew that's what the challenge was going to be. So, I thought there were times where most of the time we handled that pretty well.
When a team comes out, when you're on the road, and a team comes out that is in a situation, they were 0-1. It was their home opener with a crowd like that. Can you feel from the other team? Do you have to almost get past that first wave of emotion? Like, do teams come out with more at the beginning of that? And is that something you almost have to get past and you can quell?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't really think about it like that, but it was their home opener.
Yep.
It was the revenge game for them. So there was definitely a lot more emotion to it for them. For me, it was when we were running out and they were playing the clown music like that.
Oh, did they do that? I didn't even notice that. Wow.
They were playing clown music when we were running out. I was like, touche.
Well, good for them.
It started early, and I was like, okay, this is the kind of game it's going to
backfired a little bit. Yeah.
But I thought that was funny, and I knew it was just going to be, even from just running out the tunnel, that was just going to be a close game. So.
When you're going into an environment like that, where you expect it to be loud, you've been there in 2023, like from a game plan perspective, does it impact the game plan where it's going to be loud? It might be harder to do pre-snap stuff. Does it simplify the offense, or is that not taken into consideration when you're game plan?
No, it definitely does simplify the offense because you got to manage the communication so you're not over-communicating. Mm-hmm. Because you don't have the luxury of just saying, especially if you're basing your calls off the movement of a linebacker. And I learned the hard way. I made Landon and I made Grant look really bad on inside zone runs. Yep.
Okay.
You can look it up.
I tried, but
I want you to look it up. You see strong side inside zone. I don't block nobody because I'm caught in between a shit and fart. Can I say that?
Nope.
Oh,
Get
sorry.
that deep voice, Luke.
Sorry.
You were caught
It's all
between
good.
two things.
Yeah.
Caught between a rock and a hard place. Sorry,
There you go. There you go.
And it was just because I was making the call on the run with just wherever the linebacker was, and now I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know who to help. Mm-hmm. 95 is over here, but now I don't want to put our tight end because I've told him to do something else. So it's just those are the things that you can't practice until you get to the game, and so it's just one of those things that during the week we had to simplify most of our game plan just to be able to get on the ball and roll with it.
How helpful is it? I know they'll have you guys play in a loud atmosphere in practice to try to mimic that. Does that help at all, or is it just?
I think process-wise it does, just for a procedure standpoint of how, because it still gets pretty loud, but you can't simulate Arrowhead. You just can't.
Right.
How many fans do they
I mean, 70.
Yeah,
I would imagine
70,000 third down. Everyone in there is doing this.
Yep.
You're just like, what the hell? You can't even hear your thoughts. You just can't. So you can try your best to simulate it, at work and during practice, but nothing is like the real thing. So,
how long into a game does it take to get used to that?
Usually, I would say after a couple drives.
Okay.
Yeah, usually after a couple drives, you kind of you figure out what you need to do better from the first drive, and then on the second drive, you usually implement it right away. So I'd say a couple drives.
So you play the Chiefs a lot for a team that's not in your division or conference over the last few years. And you had mentioned revenge game from them, from the Super Bowl. From an offense perspective, going against Spags' defense, what was different, if anything, about how they approached you guys in the Super Bowl versus how they approached the game yesterday?
Oh, my God. I mean, the bloke blitzed us. I felt like every play.
Dude, it was over 50% of the dropbacks.
Oh my God, dude.
It was like 14 to 27 or something like that.
It felt like even on the runs.
Well, and not to answer for you, but he brought like 7 people. It wasn't just one extra
that's what I'm
guy.
saying.
Yeah,
Like, we had 6 guys to block 7 almost every pass, and you're just like, we did plan for that, but it's like, well, man, this guy's doing it every play. Well, he's showing it now. Now he's dropping out.
Yeah.
So then the other plays where he's not, blitzing, he's showing it and then dropping out. And you're just like, okay, when is it coming? When is it not? And he blitzed a lot more than he did in the Super Bowl. That's for damn sure.
Do you think is there a specific reason for that? Do you think he sniffs something out?
Of course. I think as a defensive coordinator, you want to limit, the offense. And so if you keep the offense guessing on where the pressure's coming every play. I mean, first play of the game, corner cat. What? What?
Well, and AJ was open on the first play, too.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy, it's always something. It's always something. And so, like, man, I guess you blitz that much just to see how much you can limit the offense. And, I think we kind of got to our safety plays there in the run game. So,
What's it say about you guys that you can have a game where it's super loud? When you mentioned you're next to Calcaterra, I would imagine you don't take a ton of snaps next to him. It's probably mostly Goddard. So communication-wise, that's probably difficult. You're seeing all these blitzes. You're getting 6-7 defenders at you. And really, I mean, you probably didn't execute to the level you wanted, but there was no game-breaking mistake where you took care of the ball, you got down the field, when you got over the 50, Jake Elliott made field goals. What's it say about you guys that this early in the season you can still, Nick said today, kind of, still move the ball down the field?
Yeah, I think it shows the grittiness that we play with. I think it shows how conditioned we are. But at the same time, there is so much more meat on the bone left. And we talked about it last week. One block away from the run.
Yeah.
I think this time we just got to do better at handling the unknown. I think we could have done that a lot better. I thought we did do.
Well, how do you
unknown.
handle the unknown?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You prepare with walkthroughs, and I thought we did a great job last week, and even during the game. Like, how were we supposed to know the bloke was going to blitz the highest percentage of his career in the game? And I thought we did a great job up front, blocking 6 when they're bringing 7 every time, and that 7th guy, Jalen, knew he was hot, so it was like, I thought that's blocking 7 for 7 in my books. At least we put the QB on the guy who knows where he's throwing off of, and I thought Jalen did a great job there, calling protections all day. And
well, the Devontae play was on the big Devontae play. He did send 7 there, so the biggest play of the game, you guys did handle it really well.
Yeah, it was hot. It was a crazy game last night, man. Just trying to figure out. We're playing math, and I thought Cam and Jalen and Landon did a great job up front. Steen as well. Lane and I just, what's the call? Leave us on our islands. Okay,
there you go.
Well, you did mention the 1 block away. You actually said that to us on. I filed that away because you said it on Tuesday in the afternoon show too. Do you think you got some of those last night or yesterday?
I thought so. I thought we got some away. Like I said, still left a lot of meat on the bones. Very unusual kind of defense to run a lot of run plays into.
Yep.
You know, when they're blitzing every play.
Right.
Every run play. I think we could have handled that a lot better too. But I think kind of similar to last week, still left a lot of meat on the bone. Still one block away from big plays.
How quickly do you? We had so. You know, WIP is Mike Schmidt was a great Phillies player and said once that Philly is the joy of victory, and I forget what it is.
It was the joy of winning on Sunday and the agony of
hearing
about it on Monday.
the next day. Yeah. So all day on WIP we have this. You have a big win, and some people ask, I'm sure the players just enjoy it. Why can't you just enjoy it? So at what point after the game, after you've won, do you switch from we won it to, okay, what could we have done better?
My mentality, at least I'm just speaking on for me, is switched. Like last night, it was the immediate, what could we have done better? Like I couldn't just enjoy the win.
Really?
I couldn't.
It's interesting you say that because I remember when AJ said the thing about the Super Bowl after the game and said that it didn't feel like he thought it would. He's already thinking about the next one.
Yeah.
And I think probably to a certain extent, the only way you can be successful is by not sitting in the happiness
Correct,
of what
100%.
you've done. Right?
I think for me it was just, I don't want 2023 to repeat again, right? So
right.
There is an era of moving, or there is something to it to moving on, right? But at least being in the moment, I was like, what can I address right now off the onset of what just happened out there? How can I reflect upon right now to see how we can, improve? And so it wasn't until watching the game today that I was like, yeah, we won the game. Now we're done. Got our corrections.
Did you feel better? Did you feel better after watching?
100%.
What made you feel better?
Listen, all you critics can say whatever you want, but I thought
I mostly tweet what I. Yeah.
I thought we did what we handled the unknown. And that was a big part of the game plan last week. Was we didn't know how he was going to change it because the Super Bowl was the last time we played, and I thought we were pretty dominant in the Super Bowl, and so now we figured he was going to scheme up, play us a little different, and he did.
The mood in the locker room after the game, because we get in there, 25 minutes afterwards, and sometimes I wonder if not you personally, but the team is happy you won, Nick, a positive message, and then we get in there like, why isn't the passing game good enough? How'd you, So what was the mood like before maybe we came in and started asking you guys about things?
It was great. We were praising our defense and special teams, praising the offense and the opportunities that we had. Yep.
Yeah.
Making plays when we needed to make plays on offense. But defense and special teams kept us in the game, man. And hell, man, defense. Our defenses, man.
They make big plays, too.
They make big plays, yeah. When we needed them to, they make it. But I thought, consistency-wise, they were pretty consistent during the game. A couple third downs, Patty kept getting away from them. But,
especially early.
But I thought they did a great job.
Makuba get chased down by an offensive lineman. People were making fun of him for that, but as a pretty athletic offensive lineman yourself,
I think it's crazy that nobody makes a big deal when I chase down. That's freaking bullcrap.
Yeah. Well, Jalen doesn't throw many interceptions. You don't get a ton of chances.
Pull up the tape. Every time I've made a tackle, everyone wants to make a big deal about it. I'm like,
it's the rugby player.
Guy weighs like 290 pounds anyway. Like, what do you expect? He's going to hawk down DB to not 290.
Yeah.
I'm not hating. It was a great tackle, though. You got to admit, it was a great tackle.
Kind of got low on him a little bit.
I was going to say, I was like, hey,
they're going to throw a flag?
Low? Yeah. Isn't that a little low? Like,
he had one chance. At
least I wrap. I got to wrap around.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you mentioned the run game, and you had talked about it being one block away. The pass game was certainly not, what's the word I'm looking for? It was 100 yards of passing yesterday.
No fireworks.
No fireworks, yeah. So if the run game is a block away here and there, where is the pass game, which has not been sort of at the level that at least we would expect it would be at this point.
So you're talking to an offensive lineman. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know anything about pass concepts.
I'm just I don't know anything.
Only where the pass protection should go. Okay, that's all I know. Yeah, we gotta. Obviously, I don't know much about it, but I'm sure we're gonna get on top of that.
Okay.
We talked last week, and I've observed it, but obviously you have a different perspective of it. How Jalen has maybe been a little more outgoing or vocal this year. In my opinion, yesterday was one of the games where I saw him show that emotion a lot in between snaps. He's pointing at Calcaterra. He's grabbing Tyler Steen from behind. It really felt like he was emotionally trying to get people going or, correcting mistakes early. What was your perspective of how Jalen was maybe during some of the frustrating times yesterday?
Man, if that's how he wants to, show emotion by doing that stuff,
yeah,
go ahead. That's all good in my books. At least you're communicating, because communication is the only way we can solve things. If we're not on the same page, that's an issue. Mm-hmm. And I think when I talked to Jay after the game, that's all it was. Trying to make sure that it is hard to communicate. Like I just told you, we have to be cheek to cheek to talk to each other, And it's like, if that's one solution of, trying to communicate to somebody, tell you, hey, we need to do this better, then, hey, I love that. Mm-hmm. It's accountability.
Well, and Tom Brady, certainly, there's no shortage of clips on the sideline of Tom Brady yelling at somebody or a player. Ike has told me a bunch of times about how important that from a quarterback is. For everybody to sort of take control of everything. Yeah. So I think it shows almost a desire to be in control of the game by doing those sorts of things.
I don't think it's a desire to be in control. I think it's just a part of him to just want to lead or to teach or to again be on the same page. I don't think it's a desire for him. It's all he knows. It's like, hey man, this is going to be an issue. I don't want it to be an issue.
Right.
So it's like, let me address it right now. Now, no one's used to seeing that. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, he's done some major growth.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I was watching a clip earlier today, and it was Tom Brady talking about how when he prepares for a game, they'll have a play set, and he knows if it's this defense, it's not going to work. And sometimes the coach will just go, well, just run it. What are the chances they're going to call that? But Tom Brady would say, no, even if it's 5%, I want to know what an adjustment can be to this play. When you're preparing with Jalen throughout the week, what is the level of detail you guys go into where, hey, if it's this look, we need to figure out now what to do, because on Sunday it's going to be loud at Arrowhead and we have to have an adjustment ready?
Yeah, I think that we need to be better there. I think we could be a lot more detailed there in our game plan. I think it could be a joint, more inclusive with not necessarily just us and Jalen. I think us as an offense, so we can understand and not just put the onus on Jay.
Mm-hmm. When you say offense, you mean the players or the players and the coaches? Okay, sure. Everyone.
Everyone in the offense. If you're in the offensive unit meeting, the onus is, if you're in that meeting, then that onus falls on you as well. Mm-hmm. You should know what our checks are to certain looks that we get on the defense. Now, what we prepared for during the week is sort of, we got what we wanted, and the plays that we kept running, that outside zone, they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop the outside zone, so we're just going to keep running it until they figured out a way to stop it. And we sprinkled in some plays to kind of put the lipstick on the pig, try and dress it up a little bit. But in that one outside zone play, they just could not stop the tracks look. And then again, plays they did stop, one block away.
Yeah,
one block away.
And it's bizarre. You can pull up, you'd be like, wow, that player makes that block. It is a touchdown.
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break and then come back. And one of your favorite topics, I'm sure, is we're going to talk to you about the Tush Push. It was a big Tush Push game, and the Rams game coming up as well. This is the Jordan Mailata Show. We are at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is brought to you by Miller Lite. You can enjoy the Miller Lite Whistle to Whistle game day special here at Chickies. Celebrate responsibly.
Back to the Jordan Mailata Show on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
It is the Jordan Mailata Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. It is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller Time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. I'm Spike Eskin, along with Eliot Shorr-Parks and Jordan Mailata. Jordan, you're going to let that happen.
Let it happen.
There we go. I've learned there's no fighting that. When it starts happening, you just got to let it happen.
Especially
100%.
Ava.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. So your favorite topic, the Tush Push. I know you came in today, and Jordan actually let both Eliot and I know. He said, could we talk for 60 minutes about the Tush Push?
I really could. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly,
So
it's a great play.
it is a great play.
I've never seen a play cause so much controversy.
Well, that's how you know
around
it-
the league, and I feel like they always find a new excuse to want to ban it, and
Yes.
now it's just the false start that you can't see to the naked eye. Full speed. You have to slow it down to see it, which is not the reason why it's so successful in the first place.
Right.
But holy cow, I feel like every time it's always something. It's always something.
You must be proud of that,
I am.
that they want to stop
I am.
it. Yeah.
I am.
I-
It's interesting.
I
too.
thought I really enjoyed how hard Coach Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie, and Howie Roseman fought for it in the offseason, because the idea of taking a stand, that you guys had come up with a play that drives everyone crazy so much that they want to ban it, is almost, you can't let them have that. You know what I mean? So they fought for it, and I compared it to the Phillies just got a new closer, this guy Joan Duran. He's really good. So when the Phillies are playing a team and they get to the ninth inning, you just know it's over. And that's how I feel about the Tush Push. For the other team, you guys get to 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, they're cooked. You know what I mean?
They're cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rewarding to see the conversion rate that we get to do with that. I can understand the frustration because there's just no way of stopping it.
Yeah.
And I can see why people hate it. But at the same time, your team could do it as well. Like, let's just be really honest. Your team can do it as well. They just can't.
Yeah, I mean, I thought a really telling part of the game yesterday was, I think it was 4th and 1 for the Chiefs, right, on their own 30. Andy went for it, aggressive move. But because they don't have the Tush Push, they need to line 3 people up in the backfield and get creative on how to do it. For as much as people hate it, there also has to be, I mean, a bit of almost a comforting feeling of, if it's 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1 and you don't fully get it, you know, okay, in our back pocket, we have this play to go to. We've talked about this, but since it's a hot topic again, to those that don't understand, what is it, like, what do you guys do, without giving away the secret sauce, but how much work do you put into making it a successful play? Like, it's a personnel thing, but you guys put a lot of work into it as well.
Wednesday and Thursday, we do it's part of our walkthrough, just to work on the technique aspect of it, and for the center QB exchange for a tush push, so they can get that. Also, wet ball drill as well. So we do it, twice a week.
Wow.
Just to work on the fundamental. You can't really simulate it during practice, but it's just like working on technique.
So you don't think you guys are jumping off sides every snap? Because that's the new accusation. Oh, you are? Okay. Well, maybe, yeah. We'll cut that audio from the pod. Yeah.
You can't. I mean, it's you just can't, like. It's like you want the refs to call it, but you can't see it to the naked eye. They can't see it. You just can't. It's just we time it up really well. You time it up really well. I mean, you want to talk about false starts? Let's talk about Jawan Taylor. Nah, sorry. I'm just
Well,
I'm joking, bro. Chill out.
I would imagine.
That was a joke, everyone.
Yeah. I would imagine whoever is playing you next is going to make sure somebody in the league office sees the film of the false start.
Yeah.
So at some point this week, I would imagine you guys will, whatever is addressable in that part of it, we'll take a look at making sure that you're as clean as you can be.
Yeah.
Because I would guess the refs are looking for it next week.
100%. I think we got to clean it up and try not to jump off sides or false start. Again, I think it's pretty rich for them to say that we're false starting, especially right after the game when you're lining up in the neutral zone, and I thought mimicking the cadence is a penalty.
So it's so funny you bring that up. I saw a video today where it sounds like they're yelling.
They're yelling our cadence out.
The Chiefs were doing it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
on more than just the tush
Oh,
push.
my goodness.
Wow. Is that something they
Hey.
did in the Super Bowl?
Hell yeah.
Is that unique to them, or is it
That's
something?
every team.
Wow.
Every team. Green Bay does it. Oh, Green Bay does it a bunch. Commanders did it. Man, a lot of teams do it.
And, for someone that doesn't play offensive line, like, how much does that throw you off or make it harder?
It throws you off, and so during our walkthroughs, that's what we practice. We practice
really?
too. And our little scout team, they're little a-holes. Because you're trying to hear Jalen's voice, and everyone's screaming on the other side of the ball. They don't want you. They're saying our cadence, and we're trying to distinguish which one's Jalen's voice.
Wow.
And it's like we've had to drill that because of this, and we brought it up pregame to referees. This is what they do, but they don't have that referee standing behind the defense now, so they can't really call that penalty. But I just think it's rich. You don't see us. I mean, this is the first time I'm bringing it up.
Right.
You don't see us saying, "Oh, but they're calling out our cadence. They're lining up offsides."
Is this
You
something?
can line up offsides. I'm still getting that first down on that play.
Is this something new they're doing? Like, you've been in the NFL for 5 or 6 years
It's
now.
new. It's new that they started to do it. They're trying to find a way to stop the play, which I can commend and respect. But at the same time, let's not cry wolf.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's not do all that, because it's just, to me, it's rich. Is that fair? Is that a fair point?
That's fair.
If you're
That's
going to
fair.
cry wolf,
Yeah.
at least and say that we false start, you're lining up off sides.
Right.
You're in the neutral zone,
Yeah.
and then you're calling out our cadences. Like, what's going on?
So
Anyway, that's my rant. We can continue. I mean, sorry.
no.
The league will talk about the tush push for the next year and a
Yeah.
half.
I
So
don't know
we
if
can
you
do
know,
it for another 20 minutes.
I get a little hangry when I don't eat. So.
Well, I actually think it was funny. Coach Sirianni said in his press conference today that the play was exciting, which I think we would have all disagreed with a year ago. But given the context around it and the conversation around it, I actually think it has become an exciting moment because the other team trying to stop this unstoppable play, it's a lot more exciting than a normal QB sneak is, actually.
What do you guys think of the play? Like, honestly, what is your, do you think it's lazy?
I love
You can be honest with me, guys.
Yeah.
So,
Little friends here.
I'm being honest because you can check what I've said about
Yeah.
it. I think it's the most famous play in NFL history. I mean, seriously, can you think of another play that is so tied to one team? And I think the unfair part about it is you guys came up with it. So to take it away is silly to me.
Yeah, we've had the
And it's
debates
a
about
weapon.
it.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
I love it, and I think it's a lot more than about 1 yard because it is about that impending. Is it the other team is thinking about it existing? So I think it's almost.
Here it is.
Well, it's almost.
I'm gonna block it now.
Well, it's almost it's almost defeatist on the other team to know that you have it coming, and it puts pressure on them on previous downs to stop you from getting in the position to run it. And I think it's when you have a play that the other team can't stop in any sport, I think that it forces the other team to think about it even when it's not happening. So I think it provides a much bigger advantage, at least mentally, than just the 1 yard, because the other team knows that it's there. So I think it might even change how they play leading up to that because they don't want to have to deal with it.
Well, and what's crazy to me is why can't other teams do it?
Personnel.
Yeah, so I've always thought it's the
You
way
don't
you
have
guys,
personnel.
the way you guys practice it. Like no one knows how to do that aspect of it. Because I mean, you guys have great personnel, but it doesn't seem that complicated. You're just pushing forward.
Right, I'm watching
mean-
Buffalo do it, and I'm
Yeah,
saying,
like Josh Allen's a big dude.
yeah,
I
why are
mean,
you so bad at this?
Yeah.
Well, they do it a little differently, where they make it look like normal stances. So that's why nobody has an issue. There's no one pushing.
Well, it's. I mean, you don't have to say
It's
this,
like a.
but it's-
I'm saying that. I'm just saying how it is.
Well, it's
They're basically just running QB inside zone, which is
right. It's also hypocritical.
You can't really see it.
Yeah.
You said it. Not
I mean,
me.
it is. I was at the league meetings. I asked Sean McDermott. I was like, "Will you run it since you have a big problem with it?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, we do it a little different.
Differently.
I don't know. There's no injury data on it."
Whiny babies.
Okay.
That's me, not Jordan.
We'll see.
So-
I see a lot of chatter that after last night's game, that it's a possible ban definitely.
I think it should be like Double Jeopardy where you're not allowed to go again.
Yes.
Like you tried, you missed.
Yeah,
sorry.
You guys are free.
Yeah.
So,
One more thing on the Chiefs game before we move on to the Rams. You were right there. So we all got to hear this moment between Chris Jones and Jalen Hurts, where Chris Jones, if you're listening, you haven't heard it. Chris Jones tells Jalen, "You don't even have 100 yards," and Jalen basically tells him, "Pound sand, we won the game." Did you hear it when it happened?
I'm like getting ready to get in my stance, and I hear it, and I went to go say, go pound sand. What you just said?
Yeah.
And then all I hear is Jalen say it. And I started laughing. that was the funniest thing all game.
Yeah.
Hearing Jalen say something, saying something to 95, and I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
it's like QB pound sand.
Yeah.
Good pound sand.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the scoreboard. I was looking at 95 and looking at Jalen. I was like, this guy's got a point.
Well, he was the one that lined up sideways in the Super Bowl about it, right? Wasn't it Chris Jones that lined up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Did he do it again?
I don't know if he did.
Did he just line up offsides?
Yeah.
Well, that was you guys apparently.
Yeah.
No, we false started.
Yes. That's
Right. That's rich.
Yeah.
That's rich. So we'll take one more break, and then we'll come back. We will actually talk about the Rams game. Again, Jordan insisted we talk about the Tush Push.
People want to talk about the Tush Push. Let us know.
They do.
Well, it is a rugby play, so you're good.
It is, right. We will talk about the Rams game coming up next. This is the Jordan Mailata Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly, brought to you by Miller Lite. Enjoy the Miller Lite Whistle to Whistle game day special here at Chickies. Celebrate responsibly.
Back to the Jordan Mailata Show. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
This is the Jordan Mailata Show, live at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. I'm Spike. Eliot Shorr-Parks here, along with Jordan Mailata. Jordan, before we get to the Rams, Eliot and I have prepared a little game for you.
Let's do it.
So we previously we've done a little get to know Jordan Mailata.
All right.
But for this, we're going to do a get to know Spike and Eliot for Jordan Mailata. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a fact, and you have to guess whether it was Eliot, me, or completely made up.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
First one. Once made Allen Iverson cry.
Eliot.
Wow.
Whoa.
Right to me, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It is true, yeah.
What happened?
So it was his retirement press conference. This was, I kid you not, 15 years ago. And he's like my favorite athlete ever. I was mad nervous for the press conference. But I'm like, I got to ask a question. Like, I got to do it. So I put my hand up. They give me the mic. And I'm like, Allen, who was like your favorite teammate ever? That was the question. He cried for like 5 or 6 minutes up there. The whole time I'm sitting up there, I'm sitting in my seat, and I'm like, God, like it was a good question, but
Got him.
I'm young, and I'm thinking like, oh, they're never going to let me ask another question again, but it was crazy.
Wow.
Have you ever cried from a question?
Are you a crier in general?
Yeah, I'm a softie.
Yeah, you
I'm
strike
not gonna
me
lie
as
to
a
you.
crier.
Dude,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I don't know if I've ever cried to a. Yes, I have cried.
I'm going to try to get you this year with a question.
I've cried about back in 2022. Talking about Stout.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Got choked up.
Yeah.
Checked up.
All right, give you another one.
Old Stouty.
Here's another fact. Is it Eliot, me, or nobody? Has seen the Backstreet Boys 11 times, and the Backstreet Boys was the song at the first dance at his wedding.
That's nobody.
That is me, buddy.
Ain't no way.
That is me,
He's
buddy.
a big
No way.
Backstreet Boy guy.
Big Backstreet Boys fan.
11 times.
11 times, and it was one of the first bonding things for me and my wife when we first started dating, when she discovered that I
man.
love the Backstreet Boys.
That's actually, you know what, man?
That's a real one.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Were you Team Backstreet Boy or Team NSYNC?
I don't even know if probably Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, that's the
right.
right. That's the right
It's
answer.
aged well.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of.
Bye 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 is a banger.
It is a banger.
It is a banger.
All right. How about another one? Is a two-time best actor in a citywide competition.
This is unreal.
You're trying to read my eyes. I'm not giving it to you.
This is unreal. Well, what kind of get to know you is this? Two-time actor.
Best
in
actor.
Philadelphia?
Yes, in a citywide competition.
In a citywide competition. It's got to be you.
It is not.
It's your boy right here.
What the?
They do tell me I look like Leonardo DiCaprio, so I guess it's not. It was a citywide fire prevention play. I played Pinocchio. And then in the other one, I played Smee from Peter Pan.
What?
I know. I'd even have a line in the second one, and I won Best Actor. 2 years in a row.
I mean, hey, get to know your co-host.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Shocking,
Hey,
right?
thanks for sharing.
No problem.
Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that.
I have one more.
Oh God.
After college, before getting into his current profession, he considered a career in politics and briefly ran for Pennsylvania State Senate.
That's no one.
That's no one.
I was about
Okay.
to say, I don't even know that one about
I was
Spike.
like-
Yeah.
Though John Ritchie did briefly run for state senate in
He did,
Pennsylvania
yes.
before he started with
Yeah.
us here. So on to football. The Rams, you play the Rams on Sunday, was a legendary game at the Link last year, snow game. You guys won by the skin of your teeth. They seem to be, we talked about revenge with the Chiefs. The Rams seem to really have this one circled. They've mentioned it. Sean McVay has mentioned it.
Jeez, good for them.
Doesn't matter.
I couldn't give.
Yeah.
See, you don't make me swear. I
Couldn't give a damn.
I couldn't give a damn.
Okay.
Let them circle it. Golly. Why they circle? Wow. Hey, good for them.
I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was into my
Yeah.
my little. You guys continue.
I remember last year when you guys played in LA, the show we did the next day. You talked about how physical the matchup was with Jared Verse. What do you remember about that matchup? I guess both times in the playoffs, and it does seem like when you talk about him with a level of respect that I think stands out to me. Just what about him makes him so good, and are you looking forward to the matchup?
Looking forward to the matchup for sure. I think he is a rookie that never backed down to me. Very evident from the first game, and very evident from the second game too. I think it's a great matchup. He plays very physical. He's a smart rusher, smart player as well. But he just has that edge to him, that motor, and that's what I respect. You know, when most defensive ends would come out, he'd stay out there on the field because he's got that motor. Doesn't want to come out. But
No, he does seem to have a great attitude. I mean, last year he was talking trash to the Philly fans a little bit. He said something, then walked out and walked around the Link. So I think he's one of those guys you love if he's on your team, but I can see why Eagles fans are probably not the biggest fan.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll just listen. I nothing. Next question.
Oh, almost had it. Next week.
Marshawn Lynch.
Next
over
question.
here,
Yeah. We were talking about the snow game, and Eliot did make a comment about a dome. Eliot is a big dome guy.
Always have them.
Would you rather play in a dome or not play in a dome?
If it's grass, yeah.
You'd rather play in a dome.
Yeah, but I like the elements, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like the elements.
But if you could pick, no. To me, from being in some of the domes around the league, the Cowboys dome. Have you played in the Atlanta dome?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 2021. Right. I mean, Minnesota. You'll see in a few weeks. They're just so much louder than outside. I just can't imagine 70,000 Eagles fans jammed inside of a dome in South Philly. I think the noise would be insane.
That is great logic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's all
That
I
is
do.
actually. Have you ever played in New Orleans?
I was at the. No, I've never been
New
to
it's
Orleans
insane.
is
Yeah.
insane.
Really? Loud
Dude,
wise.
it is so loud.
I was going to say, I was there, but I didn't go to the Super Bowl, so I've not been to a game in New Orleans.
Could you imagine if Arrowhead was domed?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It'd
if
be
you remove the
insane.
element parts of it, and look, it is silly Buffalo's not building a dome. Let's just be honest here. It snows all the time.
Well,
there.
but for
They
them.
don't, wait, they're not building a dome?
No, their new stadium has a hole in the top of it.
But I think they.
what I said,
But
and
they look at the weather as an advantage to them because they have to play it. Because it's not. There's a large difference between Buffalo and Philadelphia in terms of cold and snow.
Yeah.
So I think they look at it as an advantage.
I guess if I was spending $8 billion on something, I wouldn't want a hole in the top of it.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about making that decision.
You're right. That is true. Yes. Yeah. But no, the grass thing is interesting too because we talk about MetLife and the turf. Like, maybe a simplistic question, but what is it about grass versus the
I think the give that it has. Like, artificial turf just does not have the same give when you plant your foot on the ground.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't, but I trust you on it.
Well, that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it
for some
does,
people.
yeah.
You know, the give, like, just when you scrape your foot, when you like, well, let's just say I'm getting bull rushed and my cleats are in the ground, they're able to slide. There's that give.
Yeah.
On
So
turf,
your
it
knee
gets
doesn't
caught.
get- okay.
And that's where, on turf, and sometimes, depending on the type of turf, Dallas's turf, probably, it's all right, but out of all the stadiums, it's probably the best out of all of them, even though it's like all right.
Yeah.
MetLife's dog. Like
Yeah.
Everyone says that.
It's
so
terrible.
bad. But that's what I mean by give. Like the cleats can glide through much easier, and you can kind of brace a lot better as you going through the play. But that's the issue with turf. Like you just get caught up all the time.
Well, MetLife's bringing in real grass for the World Cup, but I think
Son of
then
a
they're
gun.
removing it for the NFL.
Well, it's
tell
so
you.
absurd to have an open-air stadium and not have
Yeah,
grass in it.
yeah.
You're lucky you never had to play in Veterans Stadium. I can tell you about that. That turf was on cement, so it was very hard, and the seams in it were like that's how big they were. Like the seams were. I remember being on that field for the first time, and I could not believe that they had athletes
I
playing
wouldn't
on
even
that field.
compare it to turf. Like it
No.
was almost
like
like
a carpet.
rubber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the stuff
Yeah.
you see in gyms on the floor.
Yes, it's not the same as the turf is now.
Yeah.
So
That's insane.
So heavy stretch for you guys. You have a tough schedule. I know you just think week to week. Do you ever look out at the rest of the schedule and say to yourself,
I just found out we're playing the Bucks.
"Yeah, 2 weeks."
Legit in the
I just-
commercial break.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah.
I don't know who we're playing. I
play
really
the,
don't.
We play the Bucks week 4 every year.
Yeah, just pencil
You
it in.
play. I'm sorry for the we. I'm not on the team.
Wow,
you
look
are.
at that.
Yeah.
This is a week. It's
All
a
Take
right,
away
all
his
right,
credential right
there.
there.
We go. All right. Well, good luck on Sunday. Congrats on the big win.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. We
man,
got
that's
players'
fun.
lunch coming
Yeah,
in.
Cam's coming in.
Cam?
Yeah. Jordan. Oh, yeah.
Cam Jurgens is here?
Oh, he
Is
is.
he here right now?
Well, I don't
I
can't
see
wait.
him. Yeah.
He's there?
Are people eating
Oh,
jerky?
he is.
That's probably
That's-
how
I'm
they-
sure he brought the jerky.
Yeah, the jerky's
Oh, no, he
definitely
definitely did bring the jerky. Yeah. He definitely did.
So we will be back. Coming up next is the Players Lounge. Ike Reese, Eliot sticks around here, and Cam Jurgens. We will be back next week with Jordan Mailata, same place, same time. Congrats on the win. Go get another one Sunday for us.
Just going to do my damn job.
There you go. Do your job.
Whatever happens, happens.
All right. This is the Jordan Mailata Show brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller Time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. Thank you, Jordan.